Hey guys, this is All Stream That, back with another episode of MLB The Show 19, Road to the Show, with our second baseman. And we come into today's episode 17 games behind the Seattle Mariners. And 11 games behind the Oakland Athletics in the American League wildcard. So let's go ahead. We have a few So what I was going to say is we have a couple of series in the episode today. But before we do that, we're going to do some base stealing drills with Dominic McDonough. And we're doing that one because our cap is at 81, and that is where we are at right now. That will raise our cap to 85 and allow us to up our stealing attribute at a later date. And there's the results from 81 to an 85. And he wants 3 stolen bases over the next 3 games. No problem. No problem. And our hitting coach, looking for a few hitters who want to get in some extra work while we've got the time. Are you in? Of course. And it's good at bat training, so basically it's just like a live game. And 1,200 points is gold. Lowest rated pitcher on the team's roster and only fastballs. And we're waiting for him to pitch. There we go. And that's a ground out. We lose points. Okay, so when it says only fastballs, sinkers count because it's a sinking fastball. Makes perfect sense to me. So anything in the fastball category. So with him, it could be either a two-seam or the sinker. And that's another fly ball. There we go. And we miss it. Completely miss it. And that one there, we're probably early. Oh, we were late. Okay. Foul that one off. Okay, well, kind of got robbed. We gained points on that, though. We can't hit anything with power. That's the problem. And when we do make contact, it's always a foul. Okay, here's another 0-2. And we struck out. That's definitely lost points. Okay, that is one thing. You know, I don't like batting practice. It's much easier in a game. There we go. That's a ball. We get a few points for that. Okay, that's a foul. The count is 1-1. And we hit that right to him. And yep, that's another one. That's definitely a strike. There's strike 2 as we foul off a sinker. That was early. There's a foul. And another foul. And another foul. That's a 6-pitch at bat so far. Completely missed. But everything went up. And our games today are going to be against the Cleveland Indians and the Seattle Mariners, both at home. We have a .359 average leading the American League. We are hitting cleanup today. We have a runner on second with 2 outs. I checked up on that too. Yeah, I have a 12-game hitting streak as well. And we will not extend it this time. And they've got runners on first and second with nobody out in the top of the second. There we go. Good catch. And here's Bradley Zimmer. Two on, 1 out. Third base is open. And we got the runner on second, but they couldn't turn 2. And here is Lindor. Top of the third, 1 out, and a runner on first. And we are down by 1. And we turn 2. And we're down by 1. There's a runner on first with nobody out, or on second. A runner on second with nobody out. And we are out, but we did advance the runner to third. And they couldn't bring him in. They had 2 outs to do it, and they couldn't make it happen. And there is out number 2. And we're still down by 1 in the bottom of the 6th. 1 on, or 1 out, and nobody on. And that's a pop-up to the catcher with a broken bat. There's a runner on first with 2 outs. And here comes the pitch. And he'll take it to first by himself. And that is out number 3. And top of the 8th, 1 out, runner on first. And we got the guy going to second, but we could not turn a double play. And we've got a 357 average now. We're down by 2 with nobody out and nobody on in the bottom of the 9th. So this is my last chance to extend my hitting streak. And we did not do it. And we have lost. And we still lead the American League with a 356 batting average as we go up for our second game against the Cleveland Indians. We couldn't call a timeout. That's kind of odd. Go, we'll call our timeout. And now it's 0-2. And that's a foul. Still 0-2. And we strike out. And we have a second shot. We are down by 2. We have runners on first and second with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. And there we go. That is likely a hit, and it is. And here's Justin Upton. There's 2 outs, bases loaded. And that's out number 3. Here's Michael Brantley. Runners on first and second with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. And that's out number 3. And we're now down by 4 in the bottom of the 5th. 1 out and nobody on. And that's a long one, and that's a home run. That is our 11th on the season. 386 feet, and it left at 101.3 miles per hour. And here is Francisco Lindor in the top of the 6th. Runner on first with 1 out. That was out number 2. And we are down by 3 with the runner on first and 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. And that is a long out, caught against the wall. We are 2 for 4 today. We're up by 3 now, the bottom of the 8th. 1 out, nobody on. That's strike 1. Strike 2 is a curveball. Gets into the zone. And we were a little bit late, a little bit early on that slider. And we strike out. And we've won. Okay, and here is our 3rd game. There we go. Easy out. That's out number 2. Still leading the league with a 356 average. Got our 2 timeouts. It is tied at 0. Bottom of the 2nd, we are the leadoff. So we are hitting cleanup in the actual lineup. And, ooh, we got a hit. I think we'll just stay right there. And here is Justin Upton. And we need to steal some bases. We haven't stolen any. And this is our last game to do it. We need to steal 3 today. There's 1. So we need 2 more. The count is 0-1. There's only 1 out. And that's going to be a home run. (390 feet), an exit velocity of 99 miles per hour. works. And here's Michael Brantley. It's got a 3-2 count. There's a runner on first and 2 outs in the top of the third. And there's out number 3. And we're going for it again. Ooh. Right to him. Here's Bradley Zimmer. 1 out. Runner on first and third. There's 1, and he is safe at first. So they get 1 run back. We get another chance here in inning number 6. That is going to be caught for out number 1. It's Michael Brantley, top of the 8th. They are down by 2. This should be out number 2. And it is. And Francisco Lindor. Ooh, we almost had that. That will be a hit. And here is Walter Chen with 2 outs and a runner on first. I don't know what happened. Alright. And yeah, so now they're only down by 1. We were early on a changeup. And that is going to be out number 2. The runner will stay at second with 2 outs. And we failed the challenge. We won the game. And we are getting to play all 4 games against Cleveland. We are hitting 4th. There's 2 outs and a runner on first in the bottom of the first. And they'll make a throw and he'll be safe. And that was late. They actually pitched it up and in. It's very inconsistent as to when it actually follows what it's supposed to do when you call 2 timeouts. And that is going to be a long out number 3 as it's caught just in front of the track. And we're up by 4. And that is out number 3 in the second. We're still up by 5 in the bottom of the 5th. Nobody on, nobody out. And that is a strike on a low and outside fastball. And that's another foul down the third base line. And we swing and miss for strike 3. And we're fielding in the top of the 6th, nobody on, 2 outs. We have a 4-run lead, and this should be out number 3. And it is. And here is Michael Brantley. 2 outs, nobody on base. Top of the 7th. And that should be the 3rd out. And here we go. We're 0-3. We're hitting .354 right now. Let's see if we can drive in a run. There's the pitch. And we fouled it. And that is ball 1. Count is 1-1. And that is strike 2 as we miss a fastball that's up in the zone. And the count is 1-2. And that's a strikeout. And it's the top of the 8th. The bases are loaded with 2 outs. And that's out number 3. And we are up by 4, runners on the corners with 2 outs. And that's out number 3. And we've won. Your full potential defensively is still largely untapped. Keep working to raise that bar. We have double performance gains for fielding, reaction, and arm accuracy. And we are going to do some T drills and raise our contact. And there's the results. And here we are in the first game against the Seattle Mariners. And we are down by 1 as Seattle scored in the first inning. We have a runner on first with 1 out, and we are hitting 4th. And we are hitting against Felix. That's strike 1. He actually threw it up and in. And now he can throw so much. And looks like we're going to get a hit. We're going to get a double at the very least. And we went for 3. We didn't get it, but we got an RBI and a double. And it's now 1-1. Runner on first with 1 out. And that was caught by the third baseman. Okay. And here's Taylor Motter. Two outs, runner on first. And that gets to the outfield for a hit. And we are tied at 1. There's a runner on first with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Let's see what he gives us this time. We held up. That was a slider for a ball. And a sinker outside for ball 2. The count is 2-0. And that's going to fall. We're going to take a single on that. I like that. And here is Zach Cozart. Come on. Wow. I could have sworn he twitched. Okay, there's 1 out and a runner on second for Zunino. And that scores a run. We are down by 1. And it is tied at 2. We have a runner on third with 2 outs. So let's see what Felix gives us here. That is a foul for strike 1. And that is strike 2 on a swing and a miss. And we struck out to end the inning. And we're now down by 2. Bottom of the 8th, runners on first and second with 2 outs. And that's out number 3 as we ground into a fielder's choice. And we end up winning. And here's the second game against Seattle. First appearance is a fielding opportunity for the leadoff hitter. And that's out number 1. And here is us. We have a runner on first with 1 out. And a tie score in the bottom of the first. So we must be hitting third. Okay, and the 0-1 pitch is flied out to left field. And here we are in our second appearance. Still tied at 0. We've got a runner on first and nobody out, or 1 out. Okay, so every time I swing up and in when it's supposed to be up and in, it's never up and in. That just, it confuses me. Because it's supposed to be up and in. That's what the 2 timeouts are supposed to do. And I strike out. So still 0-0 in the top of the fourth. There's a runner on first and 1 out for Seager. There we go. We turn a double play. And we're back up. We have a strikeout and a flyout today. We're down by 3. There's 1 timeout. There's 2 timeouts. So this should be a strike, and it should be up and in. That's neither a strike nor up. I've checked the wording on this like 50 times at least. And it's supposed to be a strike, it's supposed to be up and in. So the count is 0-2. And we are early on that. There's another foul. I mean, at the very least, we can take pitches away from him, right? And we swing at a high ball, high fastball. That's another strikeout. Okay, so we're going to call 2 timeouts. There's 1. There's 2. It's supposed to be a strike, up and in. And that was down. And there's a fly ball that's going to be caught by the catcher for out number 3. And we have lost. And we went 4-3 today, 4 wins and 3 losses. And we are still 17 games behind Seattle. And we are 10 games behind the Oakland Athletics in the American League wildcard race. And that is going to end today's episode. I want to thank everybody for watching. My name is Allstream. Hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications.